everyone! For today's video, we're going to discuss about administrative communication during this time of pandemic. Some scholars have given various definitions concerning communication. The definitions given can be summarized as a process of sharing ideas, information, and messages with others in a particular time and place. It is important to state that communication is not just giving of information. It is the giving of understandable information and receiving and understanding the message. To enlighten us more regarding this topic, we may listen to the different speakers from the different school heads.
How has COVID-19 affected the way we communicate? Effective communication has always been the key to all relationships. During the mandatory quarantine, many individuals are working from home with little to no face-to-face interaction except with their families. The most obvious changes are that most of us now have less face-to-face, in-person interaction with others, and when we are face-to-face, we are wearing masks. We have less interaction overall with people we live with, and we spend more time on Zoom, Skype, and other mediated platforms. Health-wise, social distancing is for the best overall, but social isolation is not healthy in the long term. One impact is that the less contact we have with other people, the more we become suspicious of other people. A positive is that many are becoming better at using communication technologies, which may be more beneficial moving forward. However, it is also very important to respect other people's comfort levels as well as their health. Well, in order to maintain a sense of normalcy, keep in touch with your friends and community as much as possible. This is Ajit J. Milgaril, School Head of Panigayan Elementary School. Thank you.
The importance of communication in administration. Communication in administration is very important in every business. People in organizations need to communicate to coordinate their work and to inform others outside the business about their products and services. The ability to communicate effectively with others is a top attribute to success business person. Communication skills are vital to the success of the workplace. The ability to communicate effectively with consumers, co-workers, subordinate, and supervisor is a sine qua non in career advancement. It is important to state that job skills alone do not ensure success in business. The ability to communicate well with supervisors, consumers, and co-workers are very important in all administration. Communication skills in the form of written documents or conversation reflect on the staff and the organization. The impression customers and business associates from about the staff and organization are important and lasting. Many of these impressions are based solely on this communication which is done. Communication with others determines their opinion of the overall competence and integrity of the staff and organization. If the communication skill of the staff are poor, others may question your abilities. Therefore, if you are extremely intelligent, talented, and knowledgeable but lack communication skills, it could adversely affect your organization by putting away customers and potential ones. For further development, it is very important to ensure that we communicate well in writing. This is because many people judge the abilities and intelligence of staff, especially by the quality of their writing, which includes the accuracy of spelling, punctuation, and grammar. The memorandum, letters, and report written demonstrate the ability to communicate. Being ethical in your communications, oral or written, is also very important because people may use it to evaluate your competence and judge your integrity. If one promises to do things but fails to do so, if one makes statements that are not factual, if one makes untruthful comments about others, or if one is careless in his or her writing, others will not trust him and her, and people becomes hesitant to work with him or her. Written communications are permanent records of one's ability to write. People who read these communications form an opinion of both the staff and the organization. To present oneself very well in writing means that one would project a favorable image of the organization as well as to promote successful business operations both internally and externally. Despite one's education or talent, if he or she cannot get his or her ideas across to others, he or she may not be able to apply his or her knowledge and skills. Ideas are commonplace, but the ability to communicate ideas clearly to others is very important. Learning to communicate one's ideas should be every administrator's task and concern. As we communicate, try to inform or request or persuade or to build goodwill. Apart from using communication to share and exchange information, we also put across ideas, facts, recommendations, and proposals. These make administrative communication functional and effectively. Without this, administrative communication could hardly exist. I'm Erlin Ahmad, the school head, Bajiban Elementary School. Thank you.
What are the challenges of communication in administration? As the organization or business world changes, people today are faced with some communication challenges. Some of the challenges may be increased use of technology, increased global competition, restructured management, increased quality emphasis and customer focus, and increased focus on legal and ethical problems. The above challenges influence the communication process within an organization. Technology has had the greatest impact on how communication is done. Electronic mail, voicemail, teleconferences, computer network, fax machines, and the internet have expanded the methods of communicating. More workers talk to each other and share data as they use various technologies to search for, collect, prepare, and report information. Computer communication is also used for activities such as group problem solving, consensus building, and group projects. Technological advancement has changed the world in which organizations operate. We now live in a global administration. Organization or department ought to compete in the global arena in order to be successful. To compete effectively in the international community, communication should be couched in good grammar. Slang, jargon, and acronyms need to be eliminated. Organizations must become aware of different cultures and their unique communication processes. Working together adds a new dimension to the communication skills needed in an organization. Previously, most communications were developed individually. Now, several staff have to work together in creating various documents and communications, a process requiring additional written and oral skills. Communication barriers and other issues which pose communication challenges in administration are personal, human or psychological, organization or structural, environmental or physical barriers, and poor listening habits. There are many barriers to effective listening. A couple of them are noise, interruptions, differences of opinion, prejudices or bias, different priorities, busyness, no interest, limited time, thinking of other things, thinking someone is wrong, tiredness, and perception differences. All these cause distractions and affect effective listening. In conclusion, it is instructive to indicate that administrative communicators should, as a matter of fact, portray credibility, trustworthiness, and truthfulness in their communications. They must also show fairness and objectivity. Sources of information should be duly acknowledged. What one writes or says can induce action and behavior in others. Therefore, administrative communication must exercise caution in their communication. This is Nehar Balaji, School Head of Sunset Elementary School, Proud to be Doctor of Education student, Basilan State College.
Tips for school on how to strengthen communication with parents and guardians. First, assess the needs of parents and students in the relation of COVID-19. Inquire about their preferred communication channels and frequency of communication, as well as about the kind of support that parents and students feel needed to be safe and to succeed. Second, strengthen the use of different communication channels. School cannot rely on a single communication method to reach all home with a given message. It is essential that a variety of strategies are adapted, tailored to the needs of the families and their schedules. Student with underlying health conditions and student at increased risk of contracted COVID-19. School need to make sure they feel supported and students know they are still very much part of the school community. 6. Listen to parents and ask questions to get better understanding about their behaviors, concerns, and perception regarding the present situation. Last but not the least, be warm and positive when communicating with them. This is Leslie T. Laja from Isabella Bliss Elementary School. Thank you.
Finally, administrative communications should be culturally and socially responsible for looking at what is acceptable and appropriate for every occasion. Communication is powerful. Words can destroy. There must therefore the circumspection and integrity when communicating. Hope you enjoy watching the video. This is Sahila J. Tura of Ajiwan Elementary School saying, take care and stay safe.